Discipline is not a punishment. It is not a restriction. It is not something that shackles you or binds your freedom. It is, instead, the very foundation upon which freedom is built. Real freedom, the kind that brings joy, clarity, and strength, does not arise from doing whatever the mind wants. It comes from mastering the mind itself. It comes from rising above impulses, from saying no to distraction, from choosing consistency over chaos. This quiet, relentless choice again and again is the essence of discipline. It is easy to be moved by inspiration. It is easy to start with enthusiasm. The real challenge, the true test of one's character, lies in sustaining that energy long after the motivation has disappeared. Discipline is what remains when excitement fades. It is the muscle that carries you when passion falls asleep. It is the invisible companion that walks beside you when the world has stopped clapping. And it is the difference between those who dream and those who do. Every great achievement in the world, every book written, every body transformed, every empire built, every masterpiece created is the result of discipline. Not occasional bursts of brilliance, but steady effort. Not grand gestures, but simple habits repeated endlessly. Discipline is the rhythm behind success. It is the beat of progress. Without it, talent rusts, ideas die, and potential is wasted. In the beginning, discipline feels difficult. It feels like denying yourself comfort. It feels like waking up early when the bed feels warm, like practicing your craft when no one is watching, like choosing water when your tongue craves sugar, like reading when your phone begs for your attention. But over time, what once felt like sacrifice becomes self-respect. What once felt like effort becomes second nature, and the life that once seemed far away begins to unfold, one disciplined step at a time. The mind is a restless thing. It seeks pleasure. It avoids discomfort. It craves novelty. Discipline is the art of gently but firmly guiding the mind. It is saying, I understand you want ease, but we are choosing growth. It is showing up even when the mind gives you 10 reasons not to. It is building a quiet fire inside you, a fire that is not loud, but unshakable. That fire becomes your inner power, your unbreakable will. Discipline also teaches you humility. When you commit to something bigger than your mood, you begin to realize how unreliable your impulses can be. You see how often your mind tries to trick you, delay you, sabotage you, and in witnessing that, you begin to reclaim your power. You begin to lead your life instead of being dragged through it. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become a student of your own character. True discipline is not about perfection. It is not a rigid, harsh rule book. It is not a prison. It is a promise to yourself. A promise that you will not abandon your vision just because the road is hard. A promise that you will get back up again and again when you falter. A promise that you will honor your word, especially when no one is watching. That promise builds trust in yourself. And self-trust is the root of all confidence. In a distracted world, discipline becomes a superpower. While others drift from one thing to another, the disciplined soul keeps building. While others chase quick results, the disciplined one plants deep roots. In a world of noise, discipline is the silence that strengthens. It is the patient work behind closed doors that prepares you for moments of greatness. Discipline also cultivates peace. Chaos creates anxiety. Scattered energy leads to confusion. But when your life has structure, when your days have rhythm, when your actions are aligned with your values, peace arises naturally. You don't feel overwhelmed. You don't feel lost. You feel anchored. You know what matters and you act on it. This clarity brings a deep sense of satisfaction. one that pleasure cannot give. It is tempting to look for shortcuts. The world sells instant success, quick hacks, and overnight fame. But real transformation doesn't work like that. It is slow, quiet, and often invisible at first. It is waking up early for months without seeing results. It is writing pages that no one reads. It is sweating through workouts with no applause. But over time, discipline rewards you with something deeper than external praise. It gives you mastery over your body, your mind, your time, and your life. Discipline also sharpens awareness. It makes you conscious of how you spend your time, your energy, your attention. You start noticing your patterns, where you escape, where you procrastinate, where you sabotage. And this awareness becomes power, because you cannot change what you do not see. Discipline brings light to your blind spots and teaches you responsibility, not the heavy kind, the kind that says, "This life is mine to shape." There is a kind of joy that discipline brings, a quiet, deep joy. Not the joy of indulgence, but the joy of alignment, the joy of knowing you're living with purpose, the joy of seeing yourself grow, the joy of overcoming something that once defeated you, the joy of becoming someone you admire. That joy does not fade, it deepens, it becomes your strength. Discipline doesn't make life dull, it makes it meaningful. It gives structure to your chaos. It gives direction to your energy. It frees you from regret. It allows you to look back not with what ifs, but with quiet pride. Because you know you didn't just float through life, you built it, brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. In moments of despair, discipline becomes your anchor. In moments of confusion, it becomes your compass. When others break under pressure, you bend but do not fall, because you have trained for this. Not in one grand moment, but in the thousand small ones where you chose to rise instead of retreat. That resilience, born of discipline, is your shield in life's storms. And when you finally reach the place you once only imagined, when you taste the fruit of all those invisible efforts, you will realize that the reward is not just in the result. The true reward is in who you became along the way. Strong, focused, unshakable, free. Discipline is not a limitation, it is liberation. It frees you from being a slave to your moods. It frees you from the tyranny of distraction. It frees you from the pain of regret. It turns potential into power, intentions into action, and dreams into reality. It is the bridge between who you are and who you can be. In the end, discipline is not something you do. It is something you become. A disciplined life is not perfect, but it is awake. It is intentional. It is rooted in truth. And in that rootedness, you find your true power. Not the power to control the world, but the power to master yourself. And when you master yourself, the world changes.
Eventually, discipline touches every part of your life. It's in your thoughts, your posture, your conversations, your relationships. You no longer chase peace, you carry it. You no longer seek permission, you give yourself direction. And the noise of the world, it loses its grip on you because you've trained your mind to listen inward. You stop comparing, you stop rushing, you stop proving, you start creating, living, being. And perhaps one day, years from now, someone will ask you, how did you do it? How did you change? How did you stay consistent when everything around you was chaotic? And you'll smile, not because it was easy, but because it was worth it. You'll smile, knowing it wasn't talent or tricks. It wasn't motivation or luck. It was the quiet decision you made, again and again, to honor yourself, to rise when you could have rested, to act when you could have escaped, to move forward when it would have been easier to fall back. That was the turning point. That was the difference. And that is discipline. Not loud, not easy, not temporary, but sacred, steady, forever yours.